welcome to Sports Central. We're back at the Manchester Velodrome for the second event of the series, Revolution 22. This week on the show, we've teamed up the Future Stars and the Endurance Women. That means next week will be an all-male show with the Endurance Men and the Sprinters. And Chris Hoy is racing at Revolution 22. Back to this week and the Future Stars. Now, as Martin said at Revolution 21, the Future Stars score points at every revolution. The winner is the one with the most points at the end of the series. Let's take a look at the Future Stars leaders board so far.
Sam Harrison tops the Future Stars boys with 86 points, followed closely by Chris Nicholson, who has 84 points. Ruby Miller heads the girls with the same number of points as Sam. Lucy Garner and Laura Trott share the number 2 spot with 80 points. Overall leaders in the teams are the Northwest, having finished Revolution 21 with 424 points.
Ruby Miller and Sam Harrison will be wearing the leaders' jersey. Will they be wearing it at the end of the event? Martin, what do you think?
Well, Sam Harrison and Ruby Miller, they rode so well at Revolution 21 and they were very, very dominant, but one thing they did do was tire as the night goes on, and that's one thing you've got to be careful of, and make sure you just keep a little bit of powder dry just for later on in the night. But it's tough at the top, the points are very, very tight, and there's some super talented riders here that are hungry for a victory. But Ruby Miller, what can we say about her? She's super talented. She's a great kid and she's got a great future ahead of her, as has Sam Harrison. And winning 2 out of 3 events at Revolution 21, he's a class act.
Sam Harrison, he had a fantastic evening. Now, I think if he comes to every Revolution, given his track record, he could keep that jersey. He's on the Olympic Development Programme and he's triple national champion.
He is. Sam Harrison completely fits the mould of what the Great Britain endurance riders are. Chris Newton, Ed Clancy and the great Bradley Wiggins. He's good in the pursuit, he's good in the points race and he's good in the scratch. So this seems to be a rider that has got a great future ahead of him.
And Ruby Miller, a multi-talented athlete, triathlon, mountain biking, cyclocross and now track.
It's great, and Ruby's a prime example of how you should race when you're young. As you said, she does everything. And looking at her at Revolution 21, she could be world class on the track, on the road or triathlon. So do that, mix it up, find the sport which suits you best, and then once you know, specialise later on.
I can see a fantastic future ahead of those two. Although standing a good chance, the competition is far from won. There are over 2,400 points to be won at Revolution 22. Now, I caught up with Sam and Ruby as they were warming up to see how they were feeling in their mind, but more importantly, in their legs.
I'm feeling good, yeah, really strong.
Pretty tired because I've been training pretty hard, but the speed's there, so I'll give it a go again.
When you're in the leaders' jersey, wanting to hold on to it. All the other girls are just going to be after me, but hopefully I can fend them off tonight and just keep this jersey for the next round.
Well, I'm just going to go for the win tonight because unfortunately I won't be here for the next one because I'm doing cyclocross nationals, so I'm just going to go for the wins and see where I go really. You
can't be too confident, otherwise then you get a bit arrogant, but yeah, I'm confident in myself, so hopefully I'll show my riding tonight.
Sam Harrison may not feature at every Revolution. That could affect the final score. Martin, let's move on to the Endurance Women who are taking their new regular spot at the Revolution. Who have we got?
Well, we've got Becky James back again, and it's great to see her returning to form after quite a long illness, and she won 2 events at Revolution 21. Alex Greenfield, always a crowd favourite here, but she just looked like she was lacking a little bit of the punch that we normally associate with her. But they're up against Lizzie Armistead and Jo Rousel, back from great performances in the Melbourne World Cup. And when we look at these two, they've got Olympic gold medalists stamped through them like a stick of rock.
We're dominating the world in track cycling in both the girls and the boys, and there's a little bit of a theme going on at Revolution 22 with the women, and that's Great Britain versus the USA.
Yeah, we've got a couple of riders from the USA and they're going up against the Brits in a 1 kilometre standing start time trial.
And how do you think that's going to go?
Well, looking at it, Kristen King and Casey Manderfield, they're both very, very classy riders, but they're endurance riders as well. But they're up against a couple of endurance riders from Great Britain, so they're not sprinters, and it's really a sprint event that when it's that short.
Should we see what they think?
I think we should.
Let's go to that. There's a bit of a theme going on at Revolution 22, and that's the Great Britain versus the USA. How do you feel about that?
I definitely think, the Great Britain girls are a force to be reckoned with. the Olympics definitely proved that they have a great track cycling program going on, but I think I've still got a shot at doing well against them, so we'll see how it goes.
I just got back from Melbourne World Cup where I got 2 gold medals, so that was a great event for the team. Only 3 of us went out there, we won 3 golds, so we had a great time out there in Australia. So I've just come back from that, so yeah, I'm pretty confident, hopefully with the home crowd as well spurring me on. I'm really hoping I can win this. That'd be really good.
Both teams seem very confident. We're going to start with the women's racing, although we're going to leave that event for later on in the show. That will give the girls time to meet, let the tension build up a little bit. It's all for the fun of the sport. Let's go to Revolution 22.
The elite women's 5-kilometre points race, 20 laps of the track, a sprint every 4 laps, 5, 3, 2 and 1 points awarded to the riders across the line on each of those sprints. And Anna Blythe takes that first sprint, looks over her shoulder, Kessie Manderfelt and Hannah Mayo for that first one. Jo Rousel with that whistle starts to accelerate. Kate Calvert of I-Team Nova is also there. Anna Blythe blocked a little bit on the inside. Corinne Hall trying to come over the top for Team Corridori. Kessie Manderfelt also up there as well. So Jo Rousel, the legs tied up a little bit that time, but Kate Calvert takes that sprint. Danny King, big power on the front by King as she opens a gap. Corinne Hall and Sarah Reynolds trying to come through as well, but at the moment Danny King comes up to the line to take the points. Hannah Mayo comes through, Danny King picks up 1 point. Coming into that final sprint, Sarah Reynolds, Jess Allen coming through. It looks like Danny King could take it because she doesn't score any points. And it's a victory for Sarah Reynolds. That final sprint for Team Swift. 1 point victory over Jess Allen, Danny King and Katie Calvert.
Well, I wasn't feeling so great, so I conserved more energy, not attacking and everything, and then just going for the sprints. And then in the end, I went for the last sprint and I had a nice lead out from Jess Allen. And then I won that sprint, and then I looked and I was like, oh, I won. So it's good.
Now, how do you find winning at the Revolution with this crowd?
Future Stars, I used to hate it, and I was really bad here as well. But now I just forget about it and just ride.
The elite women's 6-lap dash. Just 6 laps of the track. All the endurance women are up for this one. And in the pink for Team Swift, Sarah Reynolds, 1 victory to her credit this evening. Can she add the 6-lap dash and make it 2? Hannah Mayo gets the lap this time. Big effort now, puts the power down. Booth on the front, Kessie Manderfelt fighting to try and come over the top. Anna Blythe, but still Mayo's there. Where is Anna Blythe? Here comes Kessie Manderfelt and Anna Blythe holding each other tight, but still at the moment coming up towards the line, and she throws the bike out the line. Great ride. Anna Blythe left it just a little bit too late, and Hannah Mayo, it might go to a photo finish, but Hannah Mayo looked like she took that for Great Britain. Hannah Mayo hangs on, Anna Blythe takes second, Kessie Manderfelt for the USA in third.
I was really pleased. I was dying a million deaths towards the end. And I was quite surprised that I managed to hang on when Anna Blythe was coming, but I'm pleased that I did.
Now, what do you think your advantage was in that race?
I think it was just sort of a gutsy attack, and then I just maybe caught them by surprise, but I think it was just maybe going a little bit earlier than the other girls would have liked to have gone.
And is that your first win at the Revolution?
Yeah, it's my first win. I've had a couple of seconds, and a few fourths, but yeah, first win.
So how does it feel? Make you hungry for more?
Yeah, definitely. I just hope the women's racing's back at Revolution in January.
Kessie Manderfelt, the American points race champion, 2 laps of the track. So she's just going to bowl around the top, build up her pace, and then she'll get the gun with 2 laps to go, 500 metres. Manderfelt now in the back straight, accelerates into turn 3, and she's looking for the finishing line to set her time. Comes up to the line, 33.184, respectable time for Casey Manderfeld. The rainbow jersey, Jo Rowsell, world champion in the team pursuit, and proudly wearing those rainbow bands on her skin suit. She has got a time of 33.184 seconds to beat. Jo Rowsell now starting to accelerate towards the line. She's slower than the American at the moment, but Jo Rowsell now accelerates all the way to the line, and she had a good second lap, 32.829, a good final lap there by Jo Rowsell, and she takes the US Great Britain Challenge for the Brits.
So I wasn't sure, because it's only 500 metres, my event's usually 3 kilometres, so it's a bit of a difference to what I'm used to. I know her first lap was faster than mine, which I expected, but then my second lap was obviously fast, and that's what got me the win, so I'm really pleased.
And do you think the crowd helped you do that as well?
Oh, definitely. The crowd here are amazing, they always are. And as you go along the back straight, you can just hear them roaring on, and you think, oh, come on, come on. And that's definitely what helped. Just come back from the Melbourne World Cup, and the crowds here are so much better than they were in Australia. Definitely, this is the best place to race. I really enjoy it.
That's all for part 1, but join me after the break as we have more cycling action and we go to the Future Stars Series. The leaders' boards are so close, so Sam and Ruby are going to have to pull out all the stops if they're to keep their jersey. Welcome back. We're at Revolution 22, and watch carefully because we could be seeing the stars of the future.
The DHL Future Stars boys points race, 5 kilometres, 20 laps of the track. Now Sam Harrison winds it up, he wants some points. Sam Harrison, his teammate off the front. Over the front, Wales get 1 and 2. And 109 attracts Patrick Galbraith on the front, big effort by him. Being challenged by one of the riders from the West Midlands, but Patrick Galbraith comes through to take 5 points, but it was very, very close there. Felix English now on the front, big effort by him. Jamie Rogers of the East Midlands region trying to challenge him, but Felix English looking good and is all over the place in terms of points scoring at the moment. Big power, number 106, Simon Yates of Northwest, but look at Sam Harrison. Sam Harrison accelerates down the back straight. Can he get on terms with Yates? Sam Harrison, can he come through to take the final sprint? Sam Harrison takes the sprint. Respect to Sam Harrison, what a great ride.
I got a bit caught towards the back around the middle of the race, but luckily I found my legs for the last sprint and won it, and that just about got me enough points. In the first sprint even, one of my teammates was away, so we were kind of hanging back, and then I got second in that sprint. But then I swung up and got to the back, and I got caught out. And then I didn't make my way to the front, back to the front until the last sprint. And luckily I got the last sprint, and it was enough.
So do you think the crowd helps you to get the wins tonight?
Oh, as soon as you hit the front, the crowd just goes wild, and it makes it go twice as fast. It's really good.
And I suppose wearing that jersey, you get even more of a crowd reaction.
Yeah, I suppose it does help, a bit of morale in it.
The DHL Future Stars girls competition gets underway with the 6-lap dash. 6 laps of the track, first rider across the line is the winner. Ruby Miller of Wales leading going into this event. Can she take her good form from Revolution 21 and follow that up with a victory here in the opening event? And once again, it's the Welsh that make their move. 4 laps to go, and Wales throw the gauntlet down to everybody else. Eleanor Barker now, and she's got half a lap lead already, so they're looking around to see who's going to react. Lucy Garner now with Ruby Miller on her wheel. Lucy Garner, oh, Eleanor Barker, she ties up in the final turn. and she comes through. Ruby Miller sitting there in second place, and she throws her bike at the line. Lucy Garner took that, she led it into the final lap, and a good ride by her. Ruby Miller scores points in second place. Great ride by her, and a big respect out to Eleanor Barker. Gutsy ride, it just wasn't enough in the end, and she got caught on the final turn.
I just went out and we had a plan with East Mids. Hannah really did it for me. She helped me out so much to get that, so I'm thanking her.
So what do you think your advantage is in that race?
I just think having a plan and working with other people, it got me. But it got me the win, yeah.
Now you're joint second in the leaders board going into Revolution 22. Do you think you can get the leaders jersey?
Well, I hope so, but the person who's winning it's a really strong rider, so I'll have to work hard for it.
Chain, getting paid over here. Chain, getting paid over here.
And it's the East Midlands now. 1 lap to go. And big effort over the top from the Northwest region. Trying to come through is Simon Yates on the front, but here comes Sam Harrison once again. Sam Harrison does all he can on that final lap, and Sam Harrison once again his second victory of the night, and the DHL Future Stars leader scores more points and cements that position at the top of the leaderboard.
I got boxed in with about 3 to go, but luckily I found the wheel that was going to attack, and he attacked. I got on his wheel and just had the speed to get round him, so it was a good race.
Now in Revolution 21, you've won 2 events out of the 3. Are you going to do that tonight, or are you going to win all 3?
Well, hopefully I'll break the curse and win the last race. So I'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes.
The Future Stars girls 5-kilometre scratch race, 20 laps of the track. Eleanor Barker once again. We saw her get caught on the final turn in the first race, but Eleanor Barker always willing to attack. But the chase is coming behind. 1 lap to go this time. Once again, Eleanor Barker just off the front, and she's just about to get some company. And Natalie Hill, as on the front, the chase comes from the central region. Ruby Miller is trying to come through, but it's the riders from the central region. It's Harriet Owen. Harriet Owen comes over the top. Ruby Miller comes through in 3rd place, and it's a victory for 1:46. Harriet Owen, great ride by her.
Now, I think that's your race. Didn't you win at Revolution 21 the scratch?
Yeah, I've won it 3 times now, so I think that's the race for me.
So take us through the race. What do you think your advantage was?
I think most people were chasing down the attacks, and I just sat in a bunch and let the race happen and let it out at the end.
The DHL Future Stars 5-kilometre scratch race, 20 laps of the track. Sam Harrison. Does anyone have an answer to the Welshman here this evening? 2 victories already. Can he make it 3? 2 laps to go. Galbraith out the saddle once again. The big Scot, but there's the yellow jersey. Sam Harrison makes it up there. Simon Yates of the Northwest region is also up there. Here comes the big man in the yellow jersey. Sam Harrison, he's going to lead it out with 1 lap to go. The DHL Future Stars leader, he wants another victory. Locked on his wheel is Simon Yates. Can Simon Yates come over the top of Sam Harrison? Does anyone have an answer to this man tonight? It doesn't look like they have. Simon Yates trying to come through. Sam Harrison, chapeau. Once again, Sam Harrison hands out a lesson in how it's done. He kept it back. He let his teammates do the work. And then he appeared right at the end where it counted. And a great acceleration over that final lap hands him a hat-trick of victories here in Revolution 22.
Well, yeah, I had to break the curse really and win the scratch this time. So it was good to do. And 3 out of 3 ain't bad.
Now, what do you think your advantage was in the scratch?
Well, I rested in the middle of the field, and I didn't hit the front until about 1.5 to go, something like that. So I was fresh when I hit the front, and I had the speed and kick just to hold on to the man coming around me. At the end of the day, if you've got the legs and you're at the back, then you're never going to win. So you have to be tactically switched on.
The DHL Future Stars Girls Points Race. 20 laps of the track. Sprints every 5 laps. 5, 3, 2 and 1 points are awarded. 10 points awarded for gaining a lap. Hannah Barnes of the East Midlands looking for the first points, but here comes Harriet Owen over the top. Harriet Owen in the blue, and she's looking very, very quick this evening, Harriet Owen. She looks like she's going to take the first 5 points, 15 laps to go. Good ride there by Harriet Owen to take the 5. Oh, we got 2 riders down at the back. And as they've done that, we've got an attack on the front. It looks like 2 riders from Scotland who are down. Laura Trott's now. A great acceleration by her. Ruby Miller recognises the danger and tries to chase her down. But Laura Trott, she's got a good gap at the moment. She's got about 1/4 of a lap. So she takes it. Is she going to persist with this attack? It doesn't look like she is. Miller comes through now. Laura Trott on her wheel. Ruby Miller and Laura Trott now. This Laura Trott, she scores some good, consistent points here. Laura Trott scores 4. Harriet Owen looks over her shoulder. Laura Trott on the wheel. Laura Trott makes her move. Ruby Miller locked in on the wheel. Can someone put themselves? There's a 1-point difference between Laura Trott and Ruby Miller at the moment. But Laura Trott takes maximum points. Ruby Miller in second. Harriet Owen in third. And as confirmation there, Laura Trott takes the points race from Ruby Miller and Harriet Owen.
I really enjoyed that race. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. So I just had to sit in because I'm a sprinter, but I've just moved to endurance again. So I just sat in, and I knew Harriet was a really good wheel to sit on. And then with a lap to go, I just went.
So how do you think this crowd helped you?
Yeah, I think they really do help. Like I said, I feel under the weather, so it helps with people like giving you encouragement just to keep going. I didn't expect to win, to be honest, because I've been off my bike for a few days, and I've got a groin injury as well. So I was just hoping for the best, so a win really pleased me.
After winning all 3 events, Sam Harrison remains the top dog with 176 points, 8 points ahead of Simon Yates. The girls still have Ruby Miller as their leader with 172 points ahead of Laura Trott, who has 166 points. The Northwest remain the leaders going into Revolution 23.
That's all for Sports Central, but we'll be back at Revolution 22 next week. And for the first time, we've got an all-male show. And boys, being boys, I'm sure there'll be lots of competition.